Welcome back. In this demonstration, I'm going to be showing you how to fold this origami bee designed by Kashahra. This is going to be for one of our upcoming projects. We're going to be making mobiles. So on this project, we're going to be looking at, again, how do we read origami directions. So to get started, you'll notice I've got the directions starting here at number 1, flowing this way, and then down over here to the next number 1, and then this arrow pointing you back up here to this number 1. Okay, so when you're reading these directions in class, you need to start here, and notice you're starting with what kind of a shape? That's right, a triangle. So to get started, we're going to actually have to take our regular piece of paper and fold it into a square like we usually do. So you're going to fold this in half along the diagonal and valley fold it, and then we're actually going to cut this triangle off. If you want to, you can cut it into a square first and then have 2 triangles. So I'm actually going to do that just because I think that's a better use of paper. So I'm going to cut that so that we have a square. And then I'm going to cut this piece in half along the fold so that I have 2 triangles. And these triangles are another way that we can do origami. Not all origami has to start with a square. So some of it can start with triangles, some of them start with rectangles, and this particular one is going to start with a triangle, like that. Okay, and so this now matches the diagram that we have here. And our first step, if you look here, has 2 arrows pointing up that way and dotted lines, which mean what? That's right, a valley fold. And we're going to want our picture to match this diagram of number 2. So we're going to take this corner and fold it up and valley fold it right there, like that, and then do the same thing on the other side, folding this one up to the top and valley folding it, and it should look kind of like a diamond shape like that. Now with this shape, you're going to have to do one more valley fold, which is indicated right here. I know that it's difficult to see in this video, but in class when you have the directions sitting in front of you, it's much easier to see this. So you're going to have a triangle like this, okay, and you're going to do the same thing on the other side. Now what I'm leading up to is a tricky situation of an inside reverse fold, and this is one of the things that is going to be essential in some of our more advanced origami, is taking something and folding it inside. We've learned this before in the origami fox, and what you're going to do is basically take this whole triangle and tuck it inside. So if I do that, I'm going to actually open it up here and show you this crease pattern, how this is a valley fold, that's a valley fold, and this is a mountain fold right here. You're going to actually take this valley fold and fold it back in. You're going to reverse this line so it's a valley fold instead of a mountain fold, and you're going to reverse this crease that's coming down the inside here, which is a mountain fold, and you're going to reverse it into a valley fold like that. So now that piece of paper, that triangle, is stuck inside, and you have this extra little piece that stands out, so it looks different than that one. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. You're going to reverse that inside, fold this one back up flat along that line that you already have, and then reverse that fold like that. So when you're done, you have the same kite-like shape, but you have like 2 little legs here. Okay, and this is just like the origami dragon or dragonfly, and this is called the base fold 3. Okay, then we're going to rotate our model like this, and here we are at step number 1. Then you're going to take this area here and you're going to fold it down. You can see I've put in red a dotted line there, which is a valley fold, and you want this valley fold to line up with this corner right there. So I'm just going to valley fold that, and then I'm going to valley fold the other one same way, just like that. Alright, and that kind of matches this diagram, but look at this curly line. What does that mean? That's right, flip it over. So here I go, I flip it over, and now this diagram matches this. Then we're going to fold right along this dotted line. Look at the arrow coming from here into the inside, so we're going to fold it so that it looks like this diagram. We're going to take this corner, fold it straight up like that, and I'm going to kind of crease this edge and this edge. And now if you look at this diagram right here, you can see that little triangle. So I'm going to fold this down like that along that triangle and kind of squish it down like that. Okay? Then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side and try to make them as symmetrical as possible by going like that and folding that piece, and then taking this triangle and folding it down like that. Okay? And there we have this diagram. Then it says to take these two pieces and valley fold them together. Okay? And that will bring us up to this model right here, which is actually the same model, but it's rotated. If you notice, it looks like this. Okay? This is the start for our bee now. This other part was for the dragonfly. Now we're going to be on our bee. We're going to do a pleat fold. You can see the little zigzag arrow right there, and we're going to do a pleat fold, and then it looks at this bigger area right there. So I'm going to actually pleat it, folding it with one valley fold that way, the second valley fold this way, and then it says to take the little corners and fold them over the top. So I'm going to take this little corner and fold it over the top to kind of angle that and hold that little stinger in for when I bend the paper up. Okay, so there's that little stinger being folded in. And now this arrow takes this wing and folds it up to meet that wing so that our diagram looks like this. And that stinger is kind of pointing out like that. Okay, that little pleat fold right there. Now we're going to do this wing here, and this is a really important fold here. This is the outside reverse fold. Okay, and these two things here, and it says reverse only the wing to show the underside of the paper. So we're going to take this wing here, and we're going to fold it so it matches this triangle like that. Okay, I'm going to fold this other one so it matches too. I'm going to bend it back so it matches that fold just like that. Okay, but now we're going to reverse outside or fold this. So I'm going to lift this back up. I'm going to fold both of these edges of paper here. You can kind of see that. I'm going to fold those out over each other. So you're going to have to kind of open it up and reverse that fold over the back so it looks like that. And then I'm going to recrease that together. Okay, so the original one looked bent like this. And then the outside reverse fold, you can kind of see the inside here, and it's flipped over the top. This is a skill we learned in the basic duck in 2nd grade. Okay, going to fold this one up and outside reverse fold it as well, right along those same creases that we've already got. Okay, so those are my two outside reverse folded wings. Now we're at model, or part number 4 we just finished. So looking at part number 5, we're going to do a mountain fold here, and then we're going to inside reverse fold it. So this being the opposite, instead of outside reverse folding, we're going to inside reverse fold it. So I'm going to fold it up to match this, like that, with the stinger kind of pointing straight up so it matches diagram 6. Okay, increase it really well right there. And then I'm going to inside reverse fold that, which means I'm going to open this up and take this whole point and push it up like so. So it's kind of sticking up through the wings. Okay, then I'm going to do the same thing with the head. I'm going to take this corner, I'm going to fold it up like this so that it's matching that picture. This is what I'm doing, matching that picture. Then I'm going to inside reverse fold it just the same way. So it's like this. And now I've got this diagram here. Now I need to take this tail and inside reverse fold it again downward so that it matches that angle. So I'm going to take this tip here and fold it down in and match that angle. So that's my little stinger pointing out there at the back. Okay. Then I'm going to do the same thing with the head so that I'm inside reverse folding that. And I have those little eyes poking out, and then I have the little nose poking out here. Okay, and then I'm going to actually take this corner and fold it down. This one folds down and that one folds down to kind of make the bee's head a little more pointy. And those are little mountain folds, kind of like that. And then it says to take these two little flaps of the wings and fold them under. This is an inside reverse fold as well. So I'm just going to fold this to make that edge flat. Then I'm going to fold this underneath like that. So it looks something like that. Do the same thing on the other side, like that. And now we have our little origami bee. And you can actually take these wings and fold them out a little bit, kind of puff them up and fold them out, and then it might look even more like a bee as you get it finished there. All right. Now, for our origami bee, that was the reading of the directions and how to follow each of those little folds. So there you go. That's how you fold your origami bee.